Welcome to Pro Wrestling with Juice. Today, we continue our road to glory. This is going to be episode 10. When we left off last time, we had lost some pretty big stars. And I have a feeling throughout this episode and the next couple episodes, we're going to see that pattern continue until I get more of my homegrown guys into the main event where I want them. Who knows? Maybe they'll get stolen by other companies too. But we're going to do what we can to grow some homegrown talent. We still got some storylines to tell. And we are going to move forward with Remy Sky as the world champion. So we will see how this goes. But I'm looking forward to it. So if this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button. Give us a like. And let's play some Total Extreme Wrestling 2020. All right, quick little refresher. We've got some guys who are going to be debuting very soon, as we had talked about last time. Our backstage environment looks very similar to how it has been. It's just a couple new names up here, but pretty much the same stuff. My popular image means people enjoy working for me. Oh, that's interesting. I've not seen that. So I guess we're doing pretty well. Our size is 16. We're probably going to hit that next size. So to hit tiny, we got to hit 17 in our homegrown area, which is right here. So I think we're going to hit that today. I don't know when I should start looking for a broadcasting deal. I'm a little apprehensive to do that right now. I think you want to be small before you do that. No injuries, so that's good to see. Finances are doing great. We did well last month. Our sponsorship money is up to $8,000 a month. Our worker costs are only $4,000. So we are doing really well. Ticket sales are 830. I would like to see that go up a little more. Maybe I need to tweak the prices a little bit, because if you notice, we're still pulling in 166 people. This one was an anomaly. I don't know why. I think it was just because we repeated Nelson Callum so much. But 166, 178, 174, so we're doing pretty good. So I don't know, maybe soon we raise the ticket prices a little bit and go from there. But looking at our goals, again, 45 in stamina at least, 45 in charisma at least, and we have to get bigger as a company. So Juice is not restricting us too poorly with the owner goals here. So Kurt Glory is up to the task. But I don't know. Right now, Remy Sky is the guy. I could make Kurt Glory the guy, though. Has all the essential ingredients that a successful company figurehead would require, but he is significantly overshadowed by other candidates, and that is a big cause for concern. He's very over, but other people are more charismatic, have more star quality, and overness. So, I don't know. Maybe I just got to push Kurt Glory a little bit more so I can make him the figurehead. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to get into Road to Glory Inevitability. This is kind of like a restart now that we've lost some of our superstars. We obviously still have some storylines going. Blackfriars Troubled Past, which involves all those guys. We've still got the tag team title storyline going on, but I believe this might be coming to a close very soon. And then we still have the women's title storyline, which I'm probably going to have to rehash here soon as well. So we've got some big storylines that we can wrap up. All right, so I did try to offer a couple people contracts. Unfortunately, this promotion is too small for them. So I saw that they were free agents, and I was like, oh, they would be amazing to have here. Unfortunately, they just weren't interested. So let's see if we can create some positive relationships. Let's go with, I don't know. I've been working on a few people, but let's try that. No, nothing. All right, in a pre-show segment, we have Blackfriar, Simmons, and Glory greeting the crowd, thanking them for coming to another Road to Glory show. We had 164 people packed inside of the Simmons Center, and we promised to deliver you one of the greatest shows we've had to date. It's got a 60 rating. Everyone did really well. We then have a match between Daredevil, Arrow, and Eureka LaBelle. In a decent pre-show match, Arrow defeated LaBelle in 12:41 by pinfall with an Arrow salt. This got a 22 rating. Arrow had a 21. LaBelle had a 23. LaBelle was off of his game. We then get into another pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, as Fury defeated Barry Kingman in 11:49 by pinfall with an executioner's kick. This got a 15 rating. Kingman had a 19. Fury had a 12. Yeah. So Fury was off his game. 15 ratings, not good enough. We then get into a superb pre-show tag team match between Rich and Famous, who defeated Purity of Purpose in 7:47 when Idol pinned Alistair Shufflebottom with the House Always Wins. This got a 49 rating. Shufflebottom had a 20, Barnaby had a 38, Idol 56, and Jordan a 53. Got the show off to a strong start. Oh, this was actually the first match of the show. This was not pre-show. I'm sorry about that. But not a bad match to start the show off. We then have Glory getting into the ring and congratulating our brand new champions, Remy Sky and Charlie Corner, as they are bringing in a new era of Road to Glory wrestling. He says, Road to Glory has the best up-and-coming talent, and we have the best champions in all of America today. It's got a 53 rating. In a decent match, Kate Slaughter defeated Sabrina Wells, Bizarro, and Air Raid Siren in 12:02 when Kate Slaughter pinned Bizarro with a Hellcat DDT, making her the #1 contender for the Women's World Championship. It's got a 25 rating. Sabrina had a 28, Slaughter 19, Bizarro 30, Siren 24. We then cut to the screen as a video package starts showing a guy walking through a zoo with a puppet. He stops and is watching a bunch of monkeys as this puppet it pans to is of a monkey itself. It's almost as though he is interacting with the monkeys with his puppet. This got a 32 rating. Came across kind of comedic, but Gary the Entertainer has debuted his entertainer gimmick. It has gotten an initial rating of adequate. Long Simmons then comes out immediately after the package. He grabs a microphone and goes on this long rant about how he is the lone wolf and that he is going to leave his mark on Road to Glory all by himself. This got a 56 rating, and he worked the crowd really well. Alan Parent then comes out, and a match ensues. And About the Head, a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Long Simmons defeated Alan Parent in 14:03 by pinfall with a Warrior Jawbreaker. This got a 21 rating. Simmons had an 18. Parent had a 21. The Brand comes out, and they challenge Glorious Dragon and Long Simmons to a tag team match at the next show. This got a 33 rating. It's going to be a 3 versus 3 with the Brand versus Glorious Dragon and Long Simmons as they accept the challenge. And About the Head, great heat and good wrestling. Glorious Dragon defeated the Night Terrors in 13:31 when Glory pinned Babao with a blaze of glory. This got a 34. Dragon had a 25. Glory a 27. Maroy 41. And Babao 42. Not bad. Not bad. After the match, Fury is standing there when Blackfriar attacks him, hammers him with a chair. Babao and Maroy try to save him, and they take chair shots. Blackfriar stands over them and just smirks, drops the chair, and walks back through the curtains. This got a 37 rating. In a decent match, Chip Martin defeated the Honeyman in 13:24 by pinfall after hitting a super kick. This got a 28 rating. The Honeyman had an in-ring performance of 30, and Martin had an in-ring performance of 15. So obviously Martin won here. Maybe it's time to start letting the youngster get some wins under his belt. And who better than beating the Honeyman? I actually really like the Honeyman, though. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the Honeyman? All right, it is time for the Internet Title Open Challenge made by Charlie Corner. As he comes out, he once again says that the Internet Open Challenge is underway. He waits a moment, and then the music hits. You hear slot machines, and out comes Nathaniel Casino with Brendan Idol. Yeah, the match is made. This got a 35 rating. In a decent match, Charlie Corner defeated Casino in 11:41 by pinfall with a corner cutter. During the match, we also had Brendan Idol distract Corner. It was not enough, though, as Charlie Corner makes defense number 3 of the Road to Glory Internet title. It's got a 27 rating. Corner had a 25. Casino had a 30. Swag then proceed to come out. They seem to be coming out for a match when they grab a microphone, and out from nowhere comes this big red monster named Ajax. He leaves them down and out. And as he's doing this, fantastic Brent Piper comes out and runs Ajax off, who flees to the ring. Ajax stands in the middle of the ring and waves him on. Come and get it. This got a 32 rating. Ajax the Skull Splitter has debuted his monster gimmick. It has gotten an initial rating of great. In a decent match, Ajax the Skull Splitter defeats fantastic Brent Piper in 10:30 by pinfall after hitting a tree slam. 23 rating, Ajax had a 23, Brent Piper had a 24. And they have great chemistry, and it showed in their performances. So that's awesome. Finally got some positive chemistry here. Meanwhile, backstage, Remy Sky is fighting off Bull Wrecker, who attacked him from behind. And as he's fighting him off, though, Sky gets attacked by somebody else out of nowhere. The camera pans, and you see Jay Becker, who is stomping away on Sky as Bull Wrecker gets up and also starts stomping. They leave Sky down and walk away. This got a 50 rating. Jay Becker has debuted his Street Thug gimmick. It has gotten an initial rating of poor. That's not good. And about the head, superb wrestling and great heat. The LA Stars defeated the Mutants from Hell in 12:31 when LA Star 1 pinned Mutant after a Star Destroyer. The LA Stars make defense number 4 of the Road to Glory World Tag Team titles. This got a 47 rating. LA Star 2 had a 55. LA Star 1 had a 53. Bouncer 30. Mutant 34. Great match. Remy Sky comes out and goes straight to the announce table saying, "I want a match with Becker tonight." Juice looks at him and says, "I accept. You're going to get your match with him tonight in the main event." This got a 56 rating and went pretty well. Juice has a gimmick that is getting stale, though. In a decent match, James Diaz defeats Phenomenal E in 8:49 by pinfall with a thunderous powerbomb. This rating was a 29. Phenomenal E had a 32, and Diaz had a 29. So not a bad match. The rating probably should have been a little higher, maybe penalized because it was short, but not too bad. We now are ready for our main event as Remy Sky comes out and makes a very determined entrance to face Becker. He gets in the ring, hands his title over without holding it up or anything, and he is laser focused. He is bandaged up from the wounds he had earlier, but he looks ready to go. This got a 65 rating. In an exceptional match, Remy Sky defeated Jay Becker in 13:28 by pinfall with a skydiver. During the match, we also had Bull Wrecker run in and attack Sky. Sky was able to overcome this, and he makes defense number 1 of the Road to Glory World title. This got a 44 rating. However, in the match, Remy Sky sustained a broken nose. You can only imagine the blood that was just flowing out of his nose during this match, getting all over the place. Probably added some really nice visuals and probably is going to make its way onto a Remy Sky t-shirt in the future. Remy Sky had a 55 rating. Becker had a 42. And this match got the crowd buzzing. Becker has heat backstage because it was felt that his mistake caused Remy Sky to get hurt. All right. Then we have Bull Wrecker get into the ring, and Jay Becker proceed to attack Sky, beating him down in the ring, leaving him there lying in a pile of his own blood. Jay Becker grabs the title, rubs Remy Sky's bloody face all over the title, and holds the title up above his head like he just won the match. But he didn't. This got a 47 rating, and Remy Sky came across well. And that is the end of the show. So not a bad show at all, actually. This was a very good show. I'm going to have to praise Remy Sky. I'm going to have to praise Phenomenal E. And I'm probably going to praise Ajax. I think those are the guys. So Ajax, told that he's awesome. Remy Sky, told that he's awesome. I was going to do Jay Becker, but let's do Bull Wrecker instead, since Jay Becker obviously hurt Remy. So, yeah. Ajax was pleased. Sky was happy. And Bull Wrecker was pleased. All right, so here's some emails. Grayson is hired by El Ring. Casino's contract is ending in 1 month. We are now tiny size. I don't know what that's going to do to us financially. Maroy thinks that Chip Martin is money and to strap a rocket to the kid. So that's good to hear. Chip Martin did just get the win. And then Remy Sky sustained a broken nose at the show. So that's a bummer. Let's go look at our finances real quick. Obviously, we got a whole month to go. We didn't spend as much on workers, so that's cool. And our ticket sales are up over 1,000 because I did raise them from very cheap to cheap. Merchandise is the same. I think sponsorship money is going to be fine. I think that's going to probably be the same or higher. So that's cool. We are now tiny. Currently have a size rating of tiny. The criteria for achieving, I'm not worried about that. At this level, Road to Glory are eligible to be part of regional battles when they hold shows, excluding house shows. They are not able to sign workers to exclusive written deals, but will also not be expected to offer downside agreements as part of contract offers. So that's good to know. In order to get to the next size, we need to achieve 35 popularity in our home region. So we're now aiming, in order to hit small, we need to have 35 popularity. I think we can do that. Let's look at backstage. So Sky and Becker have tension between them. I'm not going to worry about that. We'll just let it fizzle out. Jay Becker is a very negative influence now. That's not good. That's not good at all, Jay. Not good at all, but luckily you're here on a very short-term deal, so I'm not going to worry about that. Internet titles at 18. Women's title still 30. The world title's up to a 33, so that's great. And the tag title is a 32 right now. So we're doing really well. The show last night was really, really well done, I think. Our next show this month is Road to Glory, Living on a Prayer. It is in 20 days, so it is still this month. So we're going to get to that, and we'll come back for that. So got a notification that Barry Kingman wanted $210 a night instead of the $30 we agreed to. He then retired after I rejected his pay raise. So I don't know what he's thinking. Is he going to work for me as a road agent? I'm going to try and make it happen. But yeah, I thought that was kind of funny that he just retired. Like, after I wouldn't give him a pay raise. So, anyways, LA Star has broken his leg. This leaves me in a very tough situation now because my tag team titles now are at risk. It was in a pre-show match, too, against Pure Hatred, it looks like. So it wasn't even on... Man, that stinks. That really stinks. So, yeah, he's going to be hurt. Jay Becker left Coastal Zone. Happy Elwood, where is he available? He's in the Mid-South. What does he want? Maybe we can bring him in. $90 per show? I don't know. I could team him with Grayson. But... let's see. Nope. I don't think so. Not right now. Maybe later. Remy Sky fully fit from his broken nose, so he's better again. Teddy Powell's injured. Sprained ankle. Oh, he'll be fine. Ray Snow's contract is ending. Milk has been hired by El Ring. So, yeah. Not looking good. Looks like Barry Kingman, though, does just want to work as a road agent. But, I'm not going to give you that kind of money. You can make $40 a night and come in and help us road agent stuff. If you don't want to do that, then you can go. Whatever. You're a solid road agent for a tiny size company, for sure. But you agreed to a $30 a night pay. Now you're not going to be taking bumps. Just accept it. All right, medical. LA Star can only work angles. He's out for 5 months and 3 weeks. So we're going to sim up to Living on a Prayer. We'll be right back. Well, we're at Living on a Prayer, and we're booking the Simmons Center once again. LA Star 1 is injured. So not sure what we're going to do about the tag team titles. Incident involving Kid San Juan. Let's see what his incident is. Gave the locker room a lift as he unveiled a series of spot-on impressions of some of his colleagues. Kid San Juan has the lively personality and is pleased. Uh-oh. All right, Joanna Silver was brought before the wrestler's court accused of failing to pick up her share of the tab at a bar. The judge, Juice, found her guilty and sentenced her to buy drinks for everyone after the show. Yeah, I gotta love when the owner makes the talent buy beverages for everybody. I always laugh at that. That's funny. Had a positive impact on Joanna Silver. All right, so let's actually go with Joanna Silver and Juice. Since that was a good thing, no effect. I was just hoping maybe that would do something. Oh well. All right, so we kick off the pre-show with a battle royal. In a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling, Casino won a battle royal in 1452. Well, Mark Smart had the most eliminations. This got a 29 rating. Casey debuted his old school heel gimmick, and it is adequate. We did use everybody on the roster on tonight's show, just so everyone knows. And we drew 168 people to the Simmons Center. So not bad. At least one of the workers in this segment has either a turn or gimmick change waiting to happen. Are you sure you wish to continue to the next segment without addressing this? No. Oh, yeah, gimmick change. He is now the boss. Juice is now using the owner as a gimmick, and it received an initial rating of great. This rating is likely to rise over time as the fans get used to the new gimmick. Not suitable to be used by a babyface, and it gives a small boost to charisma during matches and angles. So there you go. That's a good result. All right, in a decent pre-show match, Daredevil Arrow and Xavier Reckless defeated James Diaz and Ray Snow in 12:04 when Devil pinned Snow with an arrow salt. Diaz looked very impressive in this match, by the way. We did protect him and keep him strong. That got a 27 rating. Reckless had a 34, Arrow 24, Snow 33, and Diaz a 29. In a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Joanna Silver defeated Sabrina Wells in 10:07 by pinfall with a timber shiverer. 28 ratings, Silver had a 27, Wells had a 28. Sabrina Wells was off her game. Silver has a strong connection with the young female demographic who really liked her winning. So that's still going well for her. In a decent pre-show match, Blackfriar defeated Cavalero in 11:36 by submission with a Gloomweaver clutch. 28 rating. Blackfriar sustained a strained wrist. That's not good. Blackfriar had a 53 rating, whereas Cavalero, who was only here for a one-night deal, got a 15. He's a rookie, so just wanted to see how he would do. Cavalero has heat backstage after he injured Blackfriar with a botched move. Something to remember, so maybe we don't bring him in for a while. We kick off the show with Juice coming out to the ring with a microphone. He calls out the LA Stars, one of which comes out on crutches. They are both wearing their tag team gold around their waists when Juice begins to speak. And he says, "So I spoke with your doctors, and it sounds like you're going to be out for 5 months with a broken leg. Unfortunately, that is just too long to go without having these titles defended. And while there was talks of introducing interim tag team titles, we have decided against that. And so we are going to strip you of the tag team titles starting tonight. However, the good news is we do have plans for that. Also, tonight, LA Star, you," and he points at the healthy one, "you will be fighting tonight in a match, singles match. So you better get ready." This got a 49 rating, and the tag titles are vacated. It went pretty well, so a 49 is pretty good. We then get into our first match in a bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Foxy LaRue defeated Kate Slaughter in 12:34 by pinfall with a flash head kick following interference from her buddy, Air Raid Siren. LaRue makes defense number 5 of the Road to Glory Women's World title. 34 rating, Kate Slaughter had a 22, LaRue had a 37, and this match got the crowd hotter. After the match, Foxy and Siren continue to beat down Slaughter. They end up leaving her hurt in the ring before walking off, celebrating together. This got a 32 rating. LA Star 2 comes out unknowing of who his opponent is going to be when Jay Becker's music hits and out he comes. In a bout that had fantastic heat and good wrestling, LA Star defeats Jay Becker in 13:34 when Jay Becker intentionally got disqualified, grabbing a chair, putting it over the leg of LA Star 2, and jumping off the second rope to stomp on it. The referee rang the bell immediately and tried to get Becker to leave. Becker stomped a couple more times before finally leaving and laughing his way up the entranceway. This got a 49 rating. LA Star 2 had an in-ring performance of 49, and Jay Becker had a 42. So a very good match. Very good match. All right. As Becker gets backstage, he sees Remy Sky and begins to fight him. As he starts fighting him, Bull Wrecker comes charging out and fighting him too. We then see in the back, off to the side of this altercation, Fury and Aldous Blackfriar are also brawling. The chaos continues for a few minutes before officials manage to break it up. This got a 46 rating, and yeah, it's just a chaotic backstage brawl. All right. In a bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling, Charlie Corner defeated Brendan Idol in 11:32 by pinfall with a corner cutter. Corner makes defense number 4 of the Internet title. This got a 26 rating. Both men had a 24 rating. Brendan Idol was following up on Nathaniel Casino's title shot last month, or last time, and he couldn't get the job done either. Charlie Corner was off his game, though. That's a bummer. All right. Juice then grabs a mic and says, all right, it's time for me to explain to you guys what is going to happen at the next show for the tag team titles. we are going to have a 4-way tag team match for these belts. This is going to be made up of the Night Terrors, Mutants from Hell. It's also going to have the Puerto Rican Boys and one other team. It's got a 48 rating. And that other team is Swag. In a decent match, the Puerto Rican Boys and Swag defeated Nightmare Circle in a 4 versus 4 match at 13:40 when Kid San Juan pinned Hell's Bouncer with a moonsault press. It's got a 39 rating. Papa Squall 29, Hustle Mover 41, Island Boy Apollo 35, Kid San Juan 33, Maroy 39, Babao 40, Hell's Bouncer 28, Mutant 31. Papa Swell was off of his game, so that's a bummer. But yeah, a 39 rated match for this. These are the 4 teams that will be in the match at the next show for the tag team titles. And if you notice, none of these teams have ever held the tag team gold. We did not include Rich and Famous in this for a reason. Meanwhile, Kurt Glory comes out and cuts backstage, Kurt Glory cuts a promo saying Juice should have included Glorious Dragon in the tag team title match. He's very disappointed that Juice would not include him and his partner Blue Dragon, but he is pretty sure that they will prove that they are deserving of the tag team titles. It's got a 60 rating, so that's pretty good. We then get to the match. This is the 3 versus 3 match. And About they had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Long Simmons and Glorious Dragon defeated the Brand in 13:50 when Kurt Glory submitted Alan Parent. 27 rated match. Simmons had a 21, Dragon 29, Glory 28, Thomas 17, Parent 22, and Juice a 35. Glory and Simmons were both off of their game. After the match, Glorious Dragon and Long Simmons celebrate, but they are interrupted when Rich and Famous come out and challenge Glorious Dragon to a match next month. While both of them have not been given a shot at the titles, they believe that the winner of this match should be the number 1 contenders. Juice grabs a microphone, he's out of breath, and says, "Yes, let's make it happen next month. Rich and Famous versus Glorious Dragon, and the winner of that match will face the winner of the 4-way for the tag team titles." 56 rating. Pretty good. And About they had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Chip Martin defeated Stevie Grayson in 11:34 by pinfall with a handful of tights. This got a 23 rating. Grayson had a 28, and Martin had a 16. We then cut to the back, where Bull and Becker are once again attacking Remy Sky. They leave him down again, and they say, "Remy, aren't you getting tired of this? All you got to do is quit. Just give the title up. That's all you got to do, and this all ends." It's got a 52 rating. We cut to another video package where Gary the Entertainer is standing in Times Square entertaining streetwalkers as they pass by him. This got a 36 rating. Not bad. All right, a 3-way tag match. In a decent match, Rich and Famous defeated the Phenomenal Fantastics and Purity of Purpose in 13:46. It's got a 43 rating. Piper 25, Phenomenal E 30, Jake Idol 59, Jackpot 54, Shuffle Bottom 23, and Barnaby a 38. So very good. 43 is pretty good for those guys. All right, Blackfriar shows up or comes out to the announcer's table, proceeds to sit next to Juice, and says he wants to challenge the winner of this main event for the world title next month. He says that whether that's Sky, Bull, or Becker, he thinks that he can win the title next month. This got a 53 rating. Went really well, actually. In a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Remy Sky defeated Bull Wrecker and Jay Becker in 12:50 when Remy Sky pinned Jay Becker after a skydiver. Sky makes defense number 2 of the Road to Glory World title. Sky had a 55 rating. This match was a 45. Sky had a 55, Bull Wrecker 46, and Jay Becker 45. During this match, Remy Sky also took a massive stunt bump off of the corner through the announce table in front of Aldous Blackfriar. And this match got the crowd buzzing. After the match, Blackfriar is in the ring when Sky is able to get to his feet. Sky, holding his ribs, clearly injured from his massive bump, looks at Blackfriar, looks him dead in the eye, and gets face to face with him and stands up tall as he holds his title up that he just retained. As the show goes off the air, the crowd is chanting, "This is awesome! This is awesome!" The segment got a 65 rating. Everyone did great. It is a great way to end the show. Got an overall rating of 50 and increased our popularity in one region. So really happy with that. Remy Sky told that he's awesome. Aldous told that he's awesome. And let's see, we had some other good stuff going on. All right, was very happy. Thank you, Remy. Blackfriar was pleased. And Bull Wrecker was pleased. Pretty good show. Really happy with that ending. All right, so we did let Brenton Idol go. We were getting complaints from guys in the email. Forgot to show you guys. I'm sorry about that. We are going to also get rid of Nathaniel Casino now because his partner's gone, and I'm okay with cutting him loose. So thank you, Casino. So long. So we have cut a couple guys. We do have some backstage issues right now because Blackfriar was injured by a guy who was only here for one night. So he's now complaining about his wrist. And we've got some other unhappy people. Becker is here only, I think, for another 2 months. So we're going to ride that out, I think, for a minute. Snow is a mild influence, so I'm not too worried about that. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. We're still at 100%, so I'm okay riding this one out. Let's look at our creative, our franchise players, our next big things, hot prospects, our talkers, our showstoppers, our ring generals, who's hot, who's not. So these people need to get some momentum going. And our hidden gems. So, can't remember if she had, no, selfish, better as a heel. Yeah, I'm not going to bring her in. I thought about it, but I don't need her. The Southwest Regional Battle, we finished in 4th. This means attendances for our shows in this region will be reduced by 10% for the next month. That is a bummer. That is a big bummer. So let's look at our finances. It's the first of the month. All right, so we only lost $943, but we spent a lot more on workers. We did use all of them on that one show. We did 2 shows, too. So that's why our show costs, obviously, are really high. Marketing is really high because everything went up also because we had upgraded our production and our music. So we went from limited to amateur, and now our music is generic. So, yeah. But our ticket sales are actually helping us out quite a bit there. Sponsors are doing well. So I'm not mad. 10,000 is pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with that. So medical, Blackfriar is hurt for one more day, which our show is tomorrow night. So I think that means he'll be fine tomorrow. LA Star obviously still injured. And the backstage is looking a little rough at the moment, to be honest. Malachi Milk asked for a pay raise. I accepted it, but he is now making more than anybody else on my roster at $640 per show. I did cancel one of my events this month. In fact, I made a lot of events dormant, by the way, because I'm not going to be able to withstand 2 events a month at this point. But I wanted to look at Malachi because he's old. He's over in his 40s. And I'm not sure why he thinks he deserves the money he requested. I'm not seeing it. If I look at his match history, I don't see it. Yeah, he was in the main event for El Ring once and thinks he's worth so much more now. So I gotta renegotiate, I think, and give him a going away gift of one night. So yeah, I'm gonna offer him a deal of a 1-month deal and give him a 1 show to book him out of the promotion. I'm really disappointed because I actually like him. I like this render for him too. We are in the Simmons Center in Southern California. Let's see how this is going to go. LA Star 1 is injured. We already knew that. So nobody else is missing tonight. So that's cool. Let's see if we can fix Jay Becker and Remy Sky. No effect. Okay. Well, that sucks. All right. So we had 152 people pack the Simmons Center. So that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. In a pre-show bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling, Alistair Shufflebottom defeated Eureka LaBelle in 13:33 by pinfall with a shuffle the deck. 20 rating, LaBelle had a 23, Shufflebottom 22, and LaBelle was off his game. Of course he was. He was pissed. Air Raid Siren did good work at ringside. All right, we kick off the show with Rich and Famous in the ring cutting a promo. They tell Glorious Dragon that basically they can't be better than Rich and Famous because they are not Rich and Famous. 71 rating, went really well actually, and it got the show off to a strong start. 71 rating, that's awesome. We then get into the match. Did not hit a 50. I was hoping for it, but that's okay. I know Blue Dragon has a long way to go, and I know Kurt Glory has a long way to go. And about the head, fantastic heat and good wrestling. Rich and Famous defeated Glorious Dragon in a cage match in 13:58 when Jake Idol pinned Blue Dragon with a reality check. It's got a 43. Jake Idol is a 60. Jordan, 53. Glory, 29. Dragon, 30. Very good. And it got the crowd hotter. So that's impressive. Juice proceeds to get in the ring, and something is brought into the ring on a table that is covered up by a very nice velvet cloth draped over it. And Juice proceeds to talk about he wanted to bring a title that can shake things up in Road to Glory. He wanted something that would exemplify chaos at a time when things were structured. And therefore, he is unveiling the new Iron Man X Championship. And next month, we will have a multi-man match that will determine who the very first champion is. And he unveils the title. It's got a giant X in it, red leather strap. It looks pretty clean. 42 rating, and Juice did well. In about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Charlie Corner defeated Ajax the Skull Splitter in 9:52 by pinfall with a corner cutter. Corner makes defense number 5 of the Road to Glory Internet title. Got a 29 rating. Corner had a 29. Ajax had a 21. So Corner carried that match. That was very good. We then cut to the ring where we are told that this is a loser leaves Road to Glory match. And about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Theory defeats Malachi Milk in 10:27 by pinfall with an executioner's kick. This got a 24 rating. Malachi Milk had an in-ring performance of 31. Fury had an in-ring performance of 13. Fury was really off of his game. But yeah, 24 rating, not bad. Fury needs to improve. We cut backstage where Long Simmons is seen telling Kurt Glory that he will get back on the right track soon. He'll start winning. And hey, why don't you throw your hat into that multi-man match for the Iron Man X title? And Glory thinks about it for a second and looks at him, almost like he had an epiphany. This got a 68 rating, and Long Simmons did a great job working without a script. 68. That's really good. In a bout that didn't have much heat and embarrassing wrestling, Gary the Entertainer defeated Ben Williams in 9:16 by pinfall with a pants pull sunset flip. This got a 16 rating. Gary the Entertainer had a 14 and Ben Williams had a 19. Embarrassing wrestling. I've never seen that before. Wow, that must have been really bad. We then find Juice running into the ring with a microphone. Gary, I want to talk to you for a moment. What does it mean to you to be here in Road to Glory? What are your goals? And Gary proceeds to say, I'm just excited to join such a great company in Road to Glory. I hope that over time I can just contribute to putting on an amazing show for these fans and possibly win a title or two. So, yeah, I'm just really happy to be here. And that is basically how the interview went. We got a 41 rating. Juice improvised well. Gary improvised well. So pretty good. Hopefully, as Gary gets more popular, he doesn't put on embarrassing matches. All right, it's the tag team title match. In a decent match, Swag defeated the Puerto Rican Boys, Mutants from Hell, and the Night Terrors in 12:41 by finally pinning the Night Terrors. Swag win the Road to Glory World Tag Team titles. This got a 44 rating. Hustle had a 46. Papa had a 35. Kid San Juan, 38. Island Boy Apollo, 37. Bouncer, 31. Mutant, 36. Maroy, 43. Babow, 44. And this continued the Blackfriars Troubled Past storyline. So, yeah, not bad. 44. I'm all right with that. In a decent bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling, Long Simmons defeated Bob Casey in 9:38 by pinfall with a Warrior Jawbreaker. 22 rating. Long Simmons had a 20. Casey had a 19. So it's all right. Not the best, but it's all right. We then have Kurt Glory being interviewed where he says that he wants to be in the Iron Man X title match. Juice then on the headset from the commentator's table says, all right, fine, Glory, you got it. You can be in that match, but you're going to be in that match with some monsters. This got a 68 rating. Glory worked the crowd well, using the freedom to improvise to his advantage. 68, really good for Glory. And about that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Phenomenal Fantastics defeated Alan Parent and Bobby Thomas in 12:01 when Phenomenal E pinned Bobby Thomas with a tombstone driver. 29 rating. Piper had a 25, E 31, Bobby Thomas a 16, and Alan Parent a 24. Ooh, rough. Backstage, we see Remy Sky when all of a sudden the camera pans back and Blackfriar is up in his face. They both stare each other down before Blackfriar finally smirks and walks away. This got a 64 rating. You could feel the tension in the air as the crowd was hoping they would come to blows, but they did not. The performance of Sky was good. Blackfriar improvised well. Sky did a masterful job improvising. And Blackfriar, I guess he benefited from his hot catchphrase, but he didn't use it. So, and about they had a decent reaction from the crowd, but terrible wrestling. Chip Martin, Cobra, and James Diaz defeated Extreme Danger in 11:32 when Cobra submitted Extreme Deluxe with a Viper Vice. 24 rating. Arrow had a 23, Deluxe 24, Blue 19, Diaz 28, Cobra 30, and Chip Martin 17. Cobra has debuted his The Snake Man gimmick, and it has gotten an initial rating of great. Arrow and Martin were both off their game. Reckless did some good work at ringside. Foxy LaRue comes out, grabs a microphone before her match, and says she is not happy about defending her title in a multi-woman match tonight. And if she does not walk out of this match with the title, she is going to sue Road to Glory for every penny they have. 51 rating. In a decent match, Joanna Silver defeated LaRue, Slaughter, and Siren in 11:48 when Silver pinned Air Raid Siren after a timber shiverer. Joanna Silver wins the Road to Glory Women's World title. This got a 32 rating. LaRue had a 42. Slaughter, 23. Silver, 31. And Siren, 25. We have a new women's champion. All right. Before the main event can kick off, Bull Wrecker and Jay Becker both come out to ringside and sit in chairs. Meanwhile, Remy Sky and Fryer both come out for their entrances, and they definitely notice Bull and Becker sitting ringside. Some words are exchanged, but nobody comes to blows. The segment rating was a 56. And about they had fantastic heat and great wrestling. Remy Sky defeated Blackfriar in a ladder match in 13-15 when Sky retrieved the item. During the match, we also saw Bull Wrecker run in and attack Sky, as well as Jay Becker. But Remy Sky does make defense number 3 of the Road to Glory World title. This had a 54 rating. Blackfriar had a 49, Sky a 48. This match got the crowd buzzing. Overall, 56. This show increased our popularity in one region, and I am very, very happy with it. So we are going to tell Foxy LaRue that she is awesome. Aldous Blackfriar and Remy Sky all told that they are awesome. LaRue was pleased, Blackfriar was pleased, and Sky was very happy with our speech. So yeah, that was a really good show. And it went about as well as I expected. So some of the matches I was surprised were terrible or embarrassing, but that's all right. So we're going to sim to the end of the month and check the financials. All right, so I noticed something. Our momentum is up to a 30. Our prestige is up to 13. So that's really good to see. We're on the first day of the month, and I just also noticed that we need 16 active wrestlers, and we have 49. So we have a lot of wrestlers here. But that's okay. We are still at a 17. We're not growing there yet. Still broken leg. And backstage still has some negative influences. Now, I did fire Bobby Thomas and Alan Parent. They did not meet the owner goals of charisma. So the fact that they also weren't performing well, I know that I brought them in because of their experience and was hoping that they would be able to give the rub to guys like Glory and Long Simmons and stuff, because I have a lot of inexperienced guys. Ultimately, I just decided they got to go. They're not helping. They're putting on terrible matches, so I just had to cut them. So they were fired, which, you know, we still got some negative things going on up here. LaBelle, I think, will be gone very soon. Jay Becker will be gone very soon. I will deal with Blackfriar and Idol being upset. That's fine. Does not bother me whatsoever. Over here, we still have loyalty from Smart. Corner is still loyal. Dragon is still loyal. So we still got some loyalty. So we're good there. And our popular image means people enjoy working with us. So that is very good. But yeah, finances. So we made $3,000 in the month of November, which means, by the way, we're a month away from a Destiny roll, from a Road to Glory achievement roll for another year completed. So that's awesome. But yeah, we had some decent ticket sales. Sponsors are up to $9,500. Merchandise, we're still not selling a lot. Workers' cost, you can see the financials here. We're doing pretty good. We're up to 13,000. I don't think that's changing anytime soon. I think we're going to continue just pulling in a little bit of money at a time and a little bit more. So I'm pretty happy with that. Our next show is called Fade to Black. Fade to Black is interesting. We've only had one Fade to Black. So that means there was another December show at some point. I don't know which one it was. Which show was it? Wrestling Summit? No. Attitude Adjustment? Reach Down? I don't know, but there was a different December show somewhere that must have gotten moved because one. No, I guess that makes sense. We're in year 2. So, yeah, that's why there's 2 shows. Okay, my bad. That's what I get. So, yeah, Fade to Black last year had a 42. So it actually did pretty well. And last year, it was headlined by Sky defeating Casino to retain the world title. We also had Silver defeat them for the women's title. So right now, we have the exact same world and women's champion. That's funny. I didn't realize that. Bull Record defeated Glory last year. That's very interesting. And then Rich and Famous defeated the LA Stars and Latino Kings to win the tag team titles. Wow, and they got a shot at the tag team titles. So it's very possible that we could see all this repeat this year. And then Hustle Mova won a Battle Royal in the pre-show. It is very possible we could see a repeat of a lot of these. In fact, I'm now contemplating some similar things. Obviously, Casino's gone, so I can't do that. I still have all these women. I still have them, and I have them, one of them, neither of them, and I still have Hustle Move. So I could do something with this. Maybe I will. Maybe I will do something with that. I kind of like that. So with that, though, yeah, let's check the battle results. We finished last out of 4 in the Southwest, so we will have our attendance reduced by 10% next month. Whatever. As for our creative, Foxy is still the top franchise player. Blackfriar is number 2. And then Rich and Famous and Papa Swell. Our next big things are Gary, the Entertainer, and Mutant. Hot prospects here, Slaughter, Gary, Piper, LaBelle, and Chip Martin. Our talkers, our showstoppers, ring generals, who's hot, and who's not. And then our hidden gems. So let me know if you want to see any specific matches coming up. Ooh, I've never seen this character. Enters wrestling, good charisma, good acting, good sex appeal. Not really anything else. Not a good worker. Lively, motor mouth. I'd probably use her as just a commentator. Does she have charisma? She has enough charisma. And she has enough stamina. So I could technically hire her. American Bombshell Mellow Flashheart is a young female talent from Iowa. Although solid in the ring, Flashheart's main strength is her ability to play to the crowd, whether as a babyface or heel, straight or comedy. She can perform whatever role is needed with aplomb. Part of this is down to her being a professional actress. Although, as a recent art school graduate, she has yet to find any degree of fame in that field, as well as a wrestler. Okay, cool. Very cool. She kind of reminds me of like a Lacey Evans. I could see her pairing up with Ray Sachet really well, actually. So we are going to end the episode right there. A lot of stuff going on. Do you think on Fade to Black we should do a throwback to the previous year, have some similar matches? What do you think about that idea? Do you think that's a good idea? I think that's kind of fun. Also, the Iron Man X match, X title match, is probably going to be a 6-way match. So I'm going to throw in some different guys that are not being used in other matches, obviously. So who do you want to see in that match? I'm pretty sure Glory's going to win that. But if you've got some ideas for who you would like to see win that match, other than Glory, let me know. If it's Glory, let me know that as well in the comments. I would love to hear that. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you guys as my viewers of this series, do you like it when I read off the individual wrestlers' ratings? So, for example, when there's a tag team match and I tell you what each person scored for that match, do you like it when I tell you guys those numbers? Or do you just want me to paraphrase what happened in the match and tell you the match rating and continue to the next segment with maybe some of the notes outside of the ratings? Would love to know what you think of that. I might play with that. Because I find myself just kind of going through it and I'm like, oh, I'm not even retaining what I'm saying half the time. So I would love to know your thoughts on that. But also, was firing Thomas and Parent a good idea? I mean, I feel like it was. They weren't really doing well. I wasn't liking using them with my user character because I feel like they were holding him back with those low match ratings. I think I want to put Glory in matches with guys who are going to get high ratings, regardless of experience and things like that. So that's probably going to mean throwing him in matches with guys who have more overness and are more charismatic and star quality rather than experience. Now that he's going to have possibly this new belt, I'm not going to be throwing him in there with like main event level guys probably, but he's going to probably be in there with some almost, world title caliber guys. So I don't know, just some of my thoughts. I'm thinking out loud, a little bit of a ramble here, but, and what do you guys think? I haven't heard about whether you think Grayson and Honeyman would be a good team. What about bringing in Happy Elwood to team with Stevie Grayson? That's another guy I was considering. I feel like I'm face heavy in the tag team division and I need some more heels that are not big monsters. I need some heels who can cheat to win and are known more for their technical skills. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Obviously, this doesn't fix that. This just is another face tag team and stuff like that. But I also have an idea for something that I'm not sure if I'm going to pull the trigger or not. And it might revolve shaking some things up with the current roster and some of the guys on the roster. So if you have a guess as to what that is, feel free to comment below. But I've got some stuff that's been kicking around that I've been considering. So with that, thank you guys for watching another episode. This was episode 10, and we are calling this one Starting a Tiny New Chapter. So thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, give me a like, and we will see you guys next time.